Today we have another foundation wear test video. This is again sent from a review program from @cosme, which is the biggest makeup or beauty shopping website or just stores in general in Japan. I think I have explained this several times in the past videos, but basically it's a program that they have a selection of product every week and you can apply to it. If they choose you, you get to send the product for free and write a review for them. And I think this type of thing goes on just globally, and I hear the people in the US say a lot of websites have this. So it's not like influencers thing, it's just a general people thing. And I don't think I'm an influencer with this size of follower anyways, okay? And this is, I think this foundation, it's a bestseller in Japan for a long time, and also it's very, very popular in Western beauty community as well. It's the Revitalessence Skin Glow from Shiseido, and what they sent is actually perfect. It's like a 5 ml size little, like a bigger samples. 5 ml is like sixth of the bottle. I don't know if I'm saying that correct, but you know what I mean. And they also sent their primer, goes with this foundation. And I think 5 ml is a good size to test do I like it or not. And also this way I don't have to commit to a full ass bottle before I know if I like it or not. Like, normalize trying a sample before you buy something. I ended up with a ridiculous foundation collection probably 2 years before, with like 70 foundations or something, because I never thought of trying a sample before buying a foundation. But I'm gonna learn my lesson, okay? I'm gonna try the sample first. And I think what I'm gonna do is, this is a primer that I don't know what it does, but I'm gonna apply the primer on this half because this half usually has more problem. The pores are somehow bigger and the acne scars, like the dent is also larger and deeper on this side. So generally more texture issue, and this side is relatively smoother than this side. So I think this side needs more help. And if this side's look match with this side, it means it does something, right? And then I will just apply the foundation all over my face. But I want to try different techniques because there are usually two types of techniques that works for me. One is with a basically not sponge, because recent years I feel like sponge doesn't work for me that well, but something like this. The little puff you get from your basically your cushion foundation. It's for your cushion foundation, and my favorite is from Armani. And the other is a dense small little brush, and I work the product into the bristles and then I apply on my face. These two type of like methods or techniques usually works for me pretty well. So that's what I'm gonna do. And I got the shade 220 linen. I tried it at the store, and I think for a light medium to medium warm olive skin tone, actually 250. I think the shade's called Sand. It's gonna be my perfect match, but I think this could work. It's not too far off. So let's first see this primer. It's the Revitalessence Skin Glow Primer, and it has SPF 25 and PA++. Let's see what it does. Like I don't even know what it does. From the description in this Japanese website, it says it's more of a giving a glowy skin. It has ingredients that I don't know what it is, and it has niacinamide. Supports your skin barrier and makes your skin more plump. It also makes your foundation fits better and last longer. So I guess it should be enhance the longevity as long as making your skin glowy, and it also should have skincare benefits. I already applied my skincare and my sunscreen, but whoa. And it's this very, not liquidy, but it's like a looser cream, basically sunscreen type of formula, and it has a slight tint. I think you can almost say this is just clear, and it really feels like a sunscreen as well on the skin. And this also has SPF 25 PA++, so that's nice, and it feels very smooth on the skin. Is it tacky? I can't tell if it's the formula is tacky, or maybe it's just not dried down yet. Maybe let's see the foundation, what the foundation actually does. For the foundation, it's basically the same description. It's giving your skin glow, and it's an essence or serum foundation. It has a lot of skincare ingredients, and the same ingredients as this primer as well. Should be improve your skin because it's supposed to be also skincare, which I don't know if I trust that. And it also should keep your skin glowy for a whole day, and it's SPF 30 PA+++, so a slightly more sun protection than the primer. It dried down a little bit, but I feel like it's still a little bit tacky. I guess it's primer, so it's like a little bit tacky. So I'm gonna use this little brush, and let's use this Armani cushion puff. Let's start with the brush first. Oh, quite liquidy, and I feel like it's pretty light. I thought this gonna work for me, but now I don't know. It's very light, and it's very pinky. And I don't really like to bring foundation down to my neck, so I'll just see how this does. It's for sure very pinky for my skin, and I feel like I can't really see the coverage. I just see the pinkiness it gives my skin, and it does fill in my pores a little bit, but I just don't see the coverage. Do you see the coverage? And for me, the amount that I was pushing out of that tube should work for my whole face normally. But now I feel like I'm using it all for just not even the forehead, just this like little area of my skin. I'm a little bit skeptical, and I feel like this brush is not working very well. I don't know if it's the fault of this brush or not, because this is the first time I'm using this brush, so it could be the brush. Okay, let's see how it actually looks. I mean, I guess I can see a little bit of coverage, but not that much for the amount that I was using. I feel like I basically had almost like a pump. I don't have the bottle, so I don't know how much a pump is, but I think that's about a pump just for this area. I don't know, what do you think? How it looks on the camera? I don't think it looks bad, but yeah, it doesn't look great either. Let me use the remaining product on the rest of the areas. I basically only put the majority of the coverage on this area, and the other area I just kind of go over it quickly with whatever applicator I was using without additional products. Okay, with sponge, I'm thinking to use a spatula. This type of very liquidy foundation, usually it looks nice with a spatula. This is really liquidy because normally it wouldn't be applying in such an even thin layer with the spatula, like with more of a creamy formula. I feel like this is more liquidy than most of my foundations, even the liquid foundations. Probably has to do with it being like a serum foundation because of the skincare benefits. Dampened my little cushion pad. This side with a cushion pad, it's applying better. I don't know how I feel about it. I just feel like it doesn't sit very close to my skin, but it doesn't look awful. I don't know how to describe it. It's just not 100% one with my skin, which I assume a serum foundation should be one with your skin because it's a skincare, right? But yeah, with the cushion pad, it surely looks better than this brush side. So I'm just gonna go over it once again. Probably this type of super liquidy formula brush just doesn't work as well as with other more creamy formulas. That's just how I feel. Going over with this cushion pad definitely helps. But I think now I lost some of coverage on this side because I like went over it without additional product. So I'm just gonna layer a little bit. Again, this side is always more of my problematic side, and I can see it is sinking to my bigger pores. I mean, the finish, it looks beautiful like from far, right? It's like very glowy. And this side, as I'm blending more, I think it's pushed into the skin more than I just applied it. So I guess you do need more time to blend it. Let me show you closer. I'm not sure how this lighting is showing this foundation. I mean, the glow is for sure there. This is more glowy than how it started, so I really think the foundation is really glowy. And do you think this side is more glowy? Because I feel like this side is slightly more glowy than this side. But I can't say the primer did anything. I really don't think the primer did that much. But yeah, right off the bat, when I was blending it onto my skin first, I didn't really like it that much. But give it some time and blend it in and push it in more. I think now it really looks pretty skin-like, especially on this side. And now I don't know if it's the primer that's causing this side having some issues. But again, this side always has more issue. Let's apply some other products and set this. Okay, I really look like a ghost right now. Like I'm not used to seeing myself this white, this pale. I feel like I'm transforming in a different race. It's like really pale. And I don't think my skin is dark by any means, but this is really pale. I think it's more of the undertone that's really off. This 220 shade is really not my shade. It's too pinky. I think this is more of a cool toned shade. I can't say for certain because I'm very warm myself, but usually neutral doesn't look this pink on me, so I think this is more on the pinkier side. And it also oxidized. I don't know if you can see this. It was originally much lighter than my skin, and now it's almost looking like a low-key of a blush color. Let's do a fresh swatch so you can see how much this oxide. This is freshly swatched, and this is how it oxidized. It's quite a bit different, right? Like the undertone and the depth of the foundation is totally different. I think this is low-key a little bit gray, and this is very pinky peachy right there. I don't know if it's just because it's on my hand, so it looks that way, because sometimes I find the foundation looks different on your skin. Like even it looks like that peachy and darker than my skin on my hand, but on my face is clearly much lighter. So I don't know. After setting it, this actually looks beautiful on my skin. Let me show you. It actually really looks like skin. It looks like I have nothing on my skin. I can't say the primer did much though, because this side is still look more beautiful, and this side still look, the pore is bigger than this side, which is just normal. It's just normally that way. So I feel like it really didn't help that much, but I do feel like this side of my cheek look more glowy than this side. So I think the glowy side of the primer really did something. It's more glowy. But for the longevity, we really have to see. I think I will update on you maybe in the middle of the day and at the end of the day. We'll see. Okay, it's 8 or more than 8 hours later. I think you can see on the camera I am very oily right now, and it might be shocking if I say that this is actually pretty good at balancing your skin, because I will insert pictures here. I took pictures at 1 hour and 2 hours, and it all looks pretty good without all of these oils. And typically with the weather right now, I would be very oily after 2 hours, and I think this oil only comes up after like 4 and 5-ish hours, which is pretty good compared to the other foundations that I used. So yeah, it's not like complaining or anything. I think it's really good at balancing your skin. I think it really is a skincare foundation in that sense. But now I want to blot all of these oils. I haven't touched up or anything during the day at all. And just for reference, it's 35 degrees outside today. Even though I am inside all day, I didn't go out because today it's raining. But the thing is, with my skin, I feel like no matter if I'm turning AC on and it's like pretty chill inside, as long as it's hot outside, my skin is oily in the summer. So I think I really get this foundation into a good test. And yeah, after just blotting with some tissue paper, I think it's pretty good, and the foundation hasn't just, how to say, like built up or like breaking on like any areas of my face, on any of the areas on my face. It's actually, like I said, when I first applied this, I feel like when I first applied it, it looks like there's some product on my skin, but I feel like maybe it's because this is a serum foundation. There's a lot of skincare in it. It's same as the skincare that you have to basically rub it in, let it absorb a little bit before it like getting close to your skin. So I think with this foundation, you just have to blend a little bit longer, or do what I did today with like a little puff, like a little cushion pad to push it in. That way it really looks like there's nothing on my skin. The lighting is washing me out, so maybe you cannot see, but it's really looking so natural the whole day, and I still have the coverage. So yeah, I really think this is a great foundation, and I might purchase the full-size bottle. And I feel like with the day go on and I have been like producing some oils, I think the color now doesn't look as bad as it was. Yeah, I think I really want to purchase a full-size bottle after I'm done with the sample size. And this is such a success. This might be my new favorite foundation. It's up there with my SUQQU foundations. It's just, I think this is more of a natural, more liquidy version of the SUQQU, and the SUQQU liquid foundation has a touch more coverage than this. This is more of a light coverage, and the SUQQU one is like a medium. Yeah, again, maybe my new favorite light coverage foundation, and definitely purchasing a full-size bottle after this sample is done. That's it. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.